Hi guys, it's Legionero. So I am back. I wanted to do a quick video. I've been making wine bags, and I just wanted to go through the process of making a wine bag with you guys. I'll link the video where I found the tutorial on doing this, but you know I always like to come on and do a video for you guys. So I made a template, and I made this template out of the, oh gosh, it slips my mind. But you know, I did a video on the pattern template video that I did for you guys. I'll link it in the description box below. But this is like the cabinet liner stuff that you get from Walmart, and it has the bumpy side and the smooth side. And I made my pattern for it, and I will pop the measurements on the screen for you for this wine bag, but I cut out black, red, and then this will be the lining, this fabric I got from Hobby Lobby. It's really cute, has hearts on it for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to sew them up. So what I want to do first, because my sewing machine has the red fabric on, red thread on it, I want to sew up the red first, and then I'll sew up the black ones. I may not do all of them on camera, but I will do at least one or maybe two, so you'll see how easy it is to put these together. All right. I'm using this. I'm going to use it as a test run for the first one to see how it works as my drawstring or my tie for the wine bag. Got this from Hobby Lobby. I'll link it in the description box below for you guys. And it's craft cord, so just want to see how it works. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one piece of my lining and one piece of my outside fabric. And this fabric is canvas fabric, right? This red fabric, and then this is cotton cloth. And I got them both from Hobby Lobby. I'll link them in the description box below. So what I'm doing, I'm placing them with right sides facing, and it's just the two pieces. And I am going to pin across the top, and this is the shorter edge. You're pinning on the shorter edge. I wish you all could see how I'm recording this. I may take a picture of myself because I have on like this harness, and it is hilarious. All right. So what I would do, I would take this to the sewing machine and then sew down that edge. But I'm going to pin up the rest of them before I do that. So I'm going to continue pinning. So one of your lining and one of the main fabric. Line them up with right sides facing. And pin across the top edge. And again, this is the shorter edge that I'm pinning. All right, so I got the red ones and the black ones pinned. I'm going to do the red ones because that's the color thread that's on my sewing machine. So I'm going to take these to the sewing machine and start to sew them up. All right, and I am sewing at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And I'm just going to sew down this pinned edge, back stitching at the beginning and the end. right, so now I'm just gonna press my seams open. This is my wool ironing mat my mom got me for Christmas. So cute. Cute and convenient and small, so you don't have to get up and go to the ironing board. Oh, oh no. So I'm going to use what just happened as a teachable moment for you guys. So if you are, my foot pedal is wet, but if you are trying to make videos and you're nervous about it, and because you think you're going to make mistakes and different things like that, mistakes happen. They're just edited out of the YouTube videos. But I'm going to keep my epic fail in here so you all can see I'm not perfect. My videos are not perfect. But editing makes it look so. All right, so take two. It's a good thing I have more than one cutout. Also, don't give up, because I could have very well turned this machine off and went in the living room and started watching Netflix. Because that's quite aggravating when something like that happens, but nope. So if you have dreams and goals and different things, don't let anything stop you from pursuing those things. Even if you make mistakes, start over. You'll get it right. All right, sewn 1/2 inch. Now I am going to press this. And that mishap happened because I had too much water in my iron. It does tell you where to stop. It has a max line on it. All right, so you press your seam open. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to measure from my crease here. I'm going to measure down 5 inches. And I'm going to use my chalk roller and make a mark. All right. So I made a mark at 5 inches. This is the craft yarn, I think it's called. I can't remember. But this is 30 inches long. So I cut a piece that's 30 inches long and I folded it in half. This is a folded edge. I'm just going to line it up with that mark I just made. And I'm going to pin. Alright, so next I'm going to take my 2 pieces. I'm going to fold them in half. See if I can stand up so you can see this better. Okay. So I'm folding it in half. Right, so folding it in half, and I'm going to pin all the way around. So I'm just going to line up my seam there. grab my pins. Right. I'm going to leave an opening in my lining. So let's turn this way so you can see the lining. All right. So you're going to pin down the short edge, down the long edge. You're going to leave an opening in your lining. Then continue to pin all the way down this long edge and the short edge as well on the main fabric. Can you imagine if I'd have been on live? And this part where I have my yarn or string, I'm gonna backstitch over that a couple of times just to make sure it's secure. All right, so I started here across the bottom, pin. I have an opening here in my lining, and then pinned all the way down and then across the bottom. So that's how I'm going to sew. I'm going to backstitch a little bit at my opening and then come down to my other pin and start there. And I'm going to backstitch there too. And continue to sew. All right, so I'm going to show you one corner, but you're going to do this to all 4 of your corners. So what you're going to do for this end, I'm just going to use the opening that I left to help kind of guide me. All right, so and what I mean by all 4 corners, I mean these 2 corners and these 2 corners. So what you're going to do, you're going to line up your corners. So with this one, you should have a seam allowance here and a seam allowance here. You won't have this on all 4 corners, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you need to do. Right? You can open up your seam allowance, but you want to make sure your seam allowance is lined up here, and you're making like a V or a triangle. All right. You're going to take a ruler turn it this way so you can see it a little bit better. I hope. All right, you're going to take a ruler and you're going to measure 1.5 inches. And using your chalk roller or your marking pen, make a mark. And you are going to sew across at that mark you made. Make sure everything stays lined up nice and neat. Make sure there's nothing in the way. And you're going to just cut off that excess there. All right. And you're going to do that to the other 4 corners of your bag. So this corner here, and then these 2 corners here. All right, now that you have all 4 of your corners done, use the opening that you left in the lining, and you're going to turn this to the right side. So there's my opening, and I'm just going to turn this to the right side. Poke out all of your corners. Make sure everything is nice and straight. It's a little off, but it's okay. All right. Make sure everything is nice and straight on this end. And now what you're going to do, you're going to close up this opening you left in the lining. I just like to tuck in my seam allowance and then sew really close to the edge. Or you can hand stitch it. It's your preference. And they say dealer's choice. So now, just tuck your lining on the inside of your bag. You're just pushing the lining down in your bag. All right. You of course want to give this a good press. And if you want to, you can top stitch around the edge there to make it have a neat, clean finish. It's up to you. All right. Give this a good press. All right. And if you want to, you can iron on a saying here. I'm probably going to make something off the Cricut machine and iron it on here. A little saying or something. And let me show you how it looks with the wine bottle and all tied up. Here it is. It has the wine bottle inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ties and I'm going to tie it up here in the front. And I'm just tying a bow, or however you tie your shoestring. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this top part and I'm just going to fold it down. Give it that pop of color from the lining. All right. And you have you a really cute wine bag. And like I said, I'll probably print out a saying or something really cute saying and put something on here with the Cricut machine. Maybe, maybe not, depends. I don't know if it'll be too much because the lining is so colorful. And you don't have to fold down the lining, but I think it'll be really cute if you fold down the lining. You can also make your drawstring or your string out of lining. That'll be cute. All right. So that is it. In my next video, I'll probably just be making up the rest of the wine bag, so like a studio vlog. Won't be me doing too much talking, just mostly sewing. All right, so if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. And I will see you in my next video.